Pacific Robot Contest began in 2002 in Tokyo, Japan. The vision has been retained by 80 winners who organize the contest each year from Thailand, Korea, China, Malaysia, Vietnam, India, Japan, to Egypt in 2010. The year 2011 marks the 10th anniversary of ABU ROBOCON, and Thailand is honored to host the significant event again. We are persistent to get across the present chapter to a brighter future, with member countries working side by side in developing technological knowledge. The path towards the future might be long, but an immense and amicable family composed of member countries will definitely move together with a strong determination to become a solid community in the world of development. Quiero saber si es el principio del fin. Or am I better off without you? Without you now, without you. Without you now, without you. Without you now. Or am I better off without you? Without you now, without you. Without you now, without you. Without you now. ROBOCON is a traditional Thai ceremony to seek forgiveness from the goddess of the river for having polluted waterways. The vibrant activity is held on the full moon night in November every year. Before releasing the small and elaborate boat into the river, one main aim is to work their future, prosperity, or peace. Each red or blue team consists of no more than 3 robots, 1 manual and 1 or 2 automatic robots. The manual robot picks up 3 joystick pots and places them at any poles in the common zone. Without completing this task, the manual robot is not allowed to do other tasks. Likewise, the automatic robots are not allowed to start. The manual robot brings the candle base and places it at the decoration point. The automatic robots collect gratong petals and flowers from the storage points and places them at the preparation points. The automatic robots move up the sala and bring a gratong petal and a flower from the preparation points, stack a gratong petal on the candle base at the decoration point, and then stack a flower on the gratong petal. The manual robot collects any joysticks that belong to its team from the common zone and places 3 joysticks at the 3 holes of the decorated gratong. The automatic robots carry the completed gratong and drop it on the river's surface. Only one of the automatic robots brings a candlelight flame and drops it on top of the candle in the completed gratong floating on the river's surface. The first team that drops the candlelight flame successfully is the winner of the match. This type of winning is called loi gratong. A match lasts 3 minutes.
The design of the game field on this occasion, hence, is based on the Bun Tower, whereas robots are our bun snatchers. This is the zone for manual robot. This is the zone for automatic robot. This is the common zone. This is the island where the bun tower is located. We have 3 minutes to go for the competition. An operator rides on the manual robot to do the controls. The manual robot picks up the token and goes to the tunnel. Pay the toll before passing the tunnel. You score 10 points after putting the token into the token box. After that, automatic robot may start to pick up the basket in the common zone and place it in any area of the manual robot zone. You score 20 points for this. At the same time, manual robot should carry the collector robot to the loading area 1 and unload it on the automatic robot. You score 10 points for this. Automatic robot carries the collector robot across the bridge. Meanwhile, the manual robot should pick up the basket. There are 2 options for the automatic robot to unload the collector robot. The first option is to unload the collector robot inside the loading area 2. You score 30 points for this. The manual robot should put the basket in the basket area of the island. You score 10 points for this. The collector robot climbs up the stairs, collects the buns in the lowest and middle layer, and puts them into the basket to earn points. You score 10 points for each bun of the lowest layer, 25 points for each bun of the middle layer. The manual robot lifts up the collector robot to collect bun in the top layer. After successfully putting the buns in the basket, the match would immediately end. This type of achievement would be called Peng On Dai Gat. There is the second option for the automatic robot. It puts the basket in any place of the manual robot zone. 20 points. Unloads the collector robot inside the loading area 3. 30 points. The manual robot lifts up the collector robot and puts it on the island. Also, the manual robot has to put the basket in the basket area of the island. The collector robot earns points by collecting buns in the lowest and middle layers. The manual robot lifts up the collector robot to collect bun in the top layer. After successfully putting this bun in the basket, it achieves Peng On Dai Gat.
The galaxy is vast and has experienced billions of years of collision and gravity attraction. Objects were thus formed and life began. The planet that is called the Earth has been chosen to nurture the seeds of life. The first ring that stirs to wake chose for itself the color green, the color of life. The green spreads from ancient woodlands to fields and plains, creating a soft, refreshing space that nourishes the soul. Along with economic development, people and their negative impacts have been causing the green to disappear on the planet. It is spreading like an epidemic, threatening the green planet and the life on it. Natural disasters, floods, climate change, the nature is raging. People's and individuals' awareness is the best vaccine to prevent the disasters that the Earth may have to suffer. Vietnam has chosen the theme The Green Planet for the ABE ROBOCON 2013 with the message, each nation is a piece of the puzzle that forms the world. The responsibility to protect the Earth thus lies on the shoulder of each person living on it. Awareness and actions That is what we need to sustain life in our common home, the Earth. Thus, mankind's dreams will be winged to further reach out, sowing seeds of life to the most distant planets. The game field consists of an area having the dimension of 13 meters by 13 meters and divided equally by an iron fence along the prime meridian. The Earth zone is in sphere shape with diameter of 8.5 meters, marked by the white guidelines representing the meridian and the parallel. There are 7 steel rings for each team to place the leaves. Each ring with dimension of 350 millimeters in diameter and 50 millimeters in height. The northern hemisphere is the upper half of the Earth zone. There is the common zone and the North Pole zone. The southern hemisphere is the lower half of the Earth zone. 2.7 meters away from the North Pole along the prime meridian, there is the moon on the top of the stand with diameter of 500 millimeters and 1.5 meters high above the floor. There are 2 limit lines, 1 and 2, away from each other 2.95 meters. The manual robot area is a space zone and it is painted cyan. There are 2 manual robot starting zones with dimension of 700 millimeters by 700 millimeters. Each team leave store is located at the bottom of the game field. The automatic robot area is the Earth zone and the surrounding area. There are 2 automatic robot starting zones next to manual robot starting zone. Leaves are in the shape of a cylinder, 200 millimeters in height, 250 millimeters in diameter. The manual robot picks up the leaves in the leaf store and places them in the 3 rings in the southern hemisphere. Each leaf will get 10 points for that team. After placing leaves successfully in the 3 rings in the southern hemisphere, the manual robot can carry the leaves to the limit line 1 and drop the leaves onto the floor of the game field. Furthermore, manual robot can pick up and load leaves onto the automatic robot. The automatic robot goes to place the leaves in the rings in the northern hemisphere of their own game field and the common zone. 10 points for each leaf. At this time, the automatic robot can go to pick up the bat at the North Pole zone. However, it can place maximum 2 more leaves for scoring. The following actions will be regarded as violations, and 10 points will be deducted for each violation. The manual robot enters the Earth zone. Robot enters or extends over opponent's zone, except common zone. The automatic robot goes to pick up the bat at the North Pole zone. The manual robot can cross the limit line 1 to receive the bats from the automatic robot. The manual robot will come to behind the limit line 1 and throw the bat to the moon. Once the bat thrown by the manual robot successfully stands in the moon, the green planet is achieved and the match ends immediately.